alcoholics.
Right.
If we loved who we were supposed to love, like our own people, marry within our own people, then that would also change how we felt. A lot of self-hatred is developed over interracial marriage and stuff like that. So there's a lot of things you can discover by just having your own identity.
Right. Speaking of marriage, right? Listen, if you're watching this, you have an interesting view of women. No, I'm for real. You have a view of women that women deserve and shall be and have a need to be trained.
Yeah.
Right. So for everybody's watching this, even the women, can you explain that? Because I have seen you said that around women and they got uncomfortable. Right. But I have seen the same women that got uncomfortable at first fall victim to your training within the next couple of seconds.
Right.
Right. So what is it and why do women want to be trained, or do women really want to be trained? Is that something that you're just saying?
Yeah, it's like, words have power, what you say.
Right.
So I know the minute I say train, if I didn't use the word train, if I said women like to be gained, that's acceptable.
Right.
Because women will tell you, nah, you got to have enough game to get me. You ain't got enough game. You can't spit nothing to get me. But if I say train, women have, especially our women, have been let loose without training for so long that the reason why I say train is because it's going to make them, like, before we did this interview, right, there was two sisters out there in the kitchen.
Younger ones.
Right, two young sisters out there in the kitchen,
they didn't like what you were saying.
No, that's not true. What you just said. So when I walk in there, they like, what y'all do? I say, we the Israelites, XYZ. They said, what y'all talk about? I said, well, me and Unc, we do the X-Files. We talk about aliens. We talk about God, Bible, women, and how they need to be trained. I said it just like that. Train? Ain't nobody going to train me. You're going to get this money and think you can control me? And the first thing I said was, well, if a man got to control you with money, that's not training. Because if he lose that money, does he have the power to train you? And then I said to her, I said, you might not like the word train, but there is a man that you will submit to.
Right.
And the more we talked, at the end of it, she said, I understand.
Right.
So I use the word training as a shock value. Just like if I tell a woman I have more than one woman, it's a shock value. But you know what that shock value does? It piques their interest. We think that, like, men think you can't be honest with the woman and say, I want to train you, but every man wants to train their woman. And when a man gets a woman, he don't care what she did with her ex, how many boyfriends or girlfriend, whatever she had in her former life, he don't care about, but he does care how you act with me.
Right.
And he wants you to act accordingly.
Right.
I just have the heart to just tell you up front what you're walking into.
For me, I think a woman should have a freedom of speech. Should be able to talk. Do you think women talk too much? A lot of people say, "Oh man, black women talk too much, or white women talk too much." Do you think the race distinguish how far a woman need to be trained?
I think our lust over white women is why we give them a greater pass than we do black women. Because white women talk worse and more than black women. Because white women are more free than black women. White women are not oppressed, never have been oppressed. Black women have. So when black women are talking, they're talking from a place of hurt sometimes. They're talking from a place of neglect. They're talking from a place from not having daddy issues. They're talking from that place. And they really want a hug. They really want somebody to understand that. Right. If you talk to that core in that woman, you'll bring out her true nature. Whereas a white woman, if she gets with you, it's just a fetish.
Wasn't all women being paid less at one point in time?
But I ain't talking about what they do economically.
Okay.
Because even the white woman wanting to get into the job field is because she was tired of that white man. The only oppression she ever really got, if you want to call that oppression, is it was legal to beat your wife. And so white, like the term wife beater, like the shirts we wear, wife beater, that don't come from black men. It's a picture of a white man that had a wife beater on because they used to beat the shit out of their white women.
No.
Yeah, look that up. Up until 1973, you could beat your woman. That was their feminist movement. They wanted to get out that house for that reason. But they were never oppressed like a black woman was.
It's crazy because in the Quran it speaks on you can
Quran diabolical. Listen, that me and Wack got cool over that passage in the Quran.
That you could beat your woman.
Yes, because this was like maybe 5, 6. Time flies. So it's like maybe 5, 6 years ago. It's black Muslims on the stage. Now, I know they don't believe that you could beat your woman, but they believe in the Quran.
Right.
So I bring up that surah that says you can strike your woman. And I'm going back and forth with these Muslims. They saying we don't teach that. I keep telling these black Muslims. I said, I know you don't. The reason why I'm saying black is because Arab Muslims do believe you can do that.
Right.
But black Muslims will say, no, you can't beat your woman.
Right.
So that's the distinction. But if you tell me to believe in the Quran and I read that and I beat my woman, I ask the Muslims, the black Muslims, am I wrong for following the Quran that you told me to follow? And that's where we had the battle, because you're telling me no, you're telling me I'm wrong, but then you're telling me to follow the book. So is the book wrong or are you wrong?
Right.
You can't pick and choose. So when it comes to our women, I don't think a woman talks too much if she knows what to say.
Right.
If she knows what to say, she does not talk too much.
Right. What about getting struck? Right. Do you believe in striking women?
No, I don't believe no woman should get hit. But at the same time, I think a woman should control her mouth.
Right.
I'll give you two examples that people will resonate with. And it both happened in the elevator.
Okay.
In one elevator, Ray Rice's wife spit on him. He knocked her out cold. Which is damn near a natural reaction. She spit on him. He knocked her out. He pulled out the elevator. That brother never played football again.
Right.
And they crucified him for it.
Right.
In the same elevator incident, Solange is going off on Jay-Z. Jay-Z is standing there like this, like a scared ass nigga, like, man, I better not do nothing. She going off in the elevator. And then he got clowned, but he's doing what they say a man is supposed to do by not hitting a woman, and he still got made fun of.
Right.
So I don't believe that anybody should get hit. I don't think I don't think a man should beat on a woman. You should have more control of yourself.
Right.
But I also don't believe that you should be able to say whatever it is you want to out of your mouth, because you should know your man too.
Right.
And there's things that women are like a park bench, and like a public park bench, like a public park bench. Anybody can walk up to, sit down and everything. And they speak in that fashion. They don't speak with a guardrail in front of them.
Right.
They don't speak with a hedge around them. Right. They'll be 5'2" and get up in a 6-foot nigga's face, talking crazy, reckless into them. And then if that 6-foot man pushes them or something like that, then it's his fault. And again, I'm not justifying his behavior, but I'm also not justifying her behavior either.
Do it ever cause to hit a woman? Is there ever a situation where hitting a woman become okay?
If you're defending yourself.
How can you? So what do you mean defending yourself? Like, is she having a weapon or she has a weapon?
She has a weapon. If she strikes you.
Will strike you with no weapon and it don't hurt?
If she strikes you with a hand, I don't think a woman can physically hurt a man unless she's bigger than him. Like, you might have, I've seen videos. Yeah, that's what I'm about to say.
Some big bitches,
there's some big motherfuckers that you see them. I've seen some big women roll up a little dude. You know what I'm saying? So in that instance, but if you strike a man, you can't tell him he cannot strike back.
Right.
That's what women need to be taught. I got a twin sister. This real life story. I got a twin sister, and I was raised don't hit girls.
Right.
My sister would hit me. I never hit her back. One day, my mama saw it. My mama saw her hit me. My mother would come to me and she says, Tyree, why you didn't hit your sister? I said, well, you told me we ain't supposed to hit girls. She said, the next time she hits you, you hit her back. Armed up with this new ammo, man, I couldn't wait for this motherfucker to hit me. Yeah.
Right.
Yo, and she hit me, and I popped her ass one time. My sister never hit me again, and she learned that lesson. So the problem is women are not taught barriers. That's why I said they need training.
Right.
Women need to know, don't say this to this man.
Right.
Don't get up in a man's face. If it don't do it, like, you got to have some type of self-control.
What about women that just don't listen? They can't follow direction.
Is this before you fuck her or after you fuck her?
Both.
If it's before you fuck her, you shouldn't fuck her if you know she wild like that, because you know what come with it. You should train her before you fuck her.
Right. How do you train her before you fuck her?
You tell her you control that mouth. And it's something that you got to constantly work on. Right. If you got enough game, you can control that woman's mouth. I do it all the time.
Right. So you had someone with bad mouths and you end up.
Yeah.
What's that process like? For everybody watching this, what's that process like? Because they sit in a home and the woman is treating them like shit. And they don't know how to stop it.
Because most women, they run their mouth, especially if it's a pretty woman. They can get away with running their mouth. You know what that man do? Over time, he's going to plead with her to talk to her again. I'm not going to do that.
Me neither.
If I'm talking to you and you lie, hey, all right, Lord be with you. I'll talk to you later. And then they'll contact me. And I say, okay, if you can act like this, we can talk. If you can't act like that, we can't talk. Just like I'm not going to deal with a woman that's like that. No.
So you just like talk to her at separate times. When she act like this, you don't talk to her.
Yeah, that's
so you don't
correct.
just shut them off, like don't fuck with them no more. It's just you don't mess with them when they having that low vibration.
Yeah, when they having that low vibrational, I'll tell them, I say, I'm not listening to none of this shit. I'd say, and that's before. Now, does that mean you'll never have to deal with it? Yeah. Does that mean I've never gone back and forth with a woman? No, I have gone back and forth with a woman, but I don't tolerate that mouth. And you got to set them rules of what you won't accept. And the reason why I'm using fuck them first, because just like a woman shouldn't give up that pussy unless she got what she want out of that man first. Because once you give that thing up, you've accepted everything from him. Once you have sex with that woman is loud mouth. You have sex with her while she got that loud mouth. You can't tell her to change. In her mind, shit, you done took this pussy shit. We together now. What you gonna do? Leave? That's the kind. But now, if you tell her, "No, I don't want to deal with you like that," reject her, because woman can't take that. You reject that woman and let her know, as beautiful as she is, as fine as that ass might look, and them breasts might look, it's not enough because of your attitude. You give her some rejection, it'll make it be something, because no man has ever really rejected her. They're so used to rejecting women, men.
Listen, it's crazy you say that. Listen, if you're watching this, they did a study. And the study they did, they said that smacking a person and giving them silence, giving them the same effect. So what he's saying has value, right? It had a lot of value.
Yeah, real talk.
But speaking on religion, right? Because you said something about Muslims, but I want to get deep on religion, because a lot of times, a lot of people have been following religion and they don't know why they're following religion.
Right.
Do you follow a religion?
No.
Why not?
Religion, anybody could be that shit. Religion, I think the root word of religion means to subjugate.
Right.
And so I don't want to be subjugated to anything.
Right.
I'm an Israelite though. But that's what I am ethnically. Like if I wasn't an Israelite, you would never hear me talk about the Bible. I would throw the Bible away. You hear me talk about the Quran when I'm battling it, but I don't read the Quran. I don't study the Quran. I don't pray to Allah. I would never circle, because that's not my culture.
Right.
I wouldn't go into African culture because that's not my culture. But religion lets you believe that you can just follow anybody else's culture.
Right.
And that's what Black people do the most, because we searching for something. We trying to be some type of spiritual. We trying to be connected to the higher beings and authorities and stuff like that. So now, if you ever hear me use I'm religion or religious or something like that, that's me trying to relate to my opponent.
Right.
Or me trying to relate to the people. But spiritually speaking, I'm an Israelite. Right. Ethnically speaking, I'm an Israelite.
Right. Why do you think religion was created?
The greatest form of control. You control a man's belief, you control them. You control their God, you control them.
Right.
If their God, like for us, our God looks like the very man that's oppressing us. And they got that shit down like that.
Right.
To where even no matter what they do to us, because the God that we believe in looks like them, we can't even come up against them. That's why religion was created.
Right.
You know, when you heard me say so-called Jew earlier, the so-called Jewish man converted to Judaism to avoid being under the Byzantine Empire or the Islamic Empire.
Right.
Because the Christians and Muslims was at war with each other. They wanted to get this sect of white people to join them, so that they could defeat either the Christians or the Muslims.
Right.
They said, if I convert to them, I'm gonna have to convert to their religion. I'm gonna be subjugated unto them. So they just said, no, I'm Judaism. I'm the Jew. So I don't have to be subject unto neither one of y'all.
Right.
Because that's what religion creates.
Right.
When any nation gets conquered by another nation, the first thing they do is impart their belief on them.
Right.
You can't believe in your God no more. You got to believe in our God. You got to believe in our democracy. You got to believe in our way of life. So it's created to control you forever.
Right.
That's what religion is.
You
for.
said something about the Bible, but then you say you're not religious.
Right.
Don't religious people follow the Bible?
No, I don't know no religious people that follow the Bible.
What you mean by that? The church, the pastor, they religious, they follow the Bible. Now you just lost me. I was with you until you just said that. What you mean? You got to break that down for people that's watching.
I'm gonna tell you. So, like, the church will tell you God's laws are done away with, except tithes.
The agency playbook is gone. Write your own rules with Base 44. The expectation shifted.
You got to pay tithe. I don't know no pastor that teaches you don't pay that 10%. But they will all tell you can eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. God, Jesus died. He nailed the laws to the cross. That's